Alright, so for tonight's video, I just want to yap a little bit about games, pretty much. So yeah, if you want me to be your background noise, consider listening. So yeah, we're going to start with Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, since I've been recently playing it. Just want to give my experience on it and kind of like shed some light on why retro games are just more challenging in a good way than those, modern like games that try to be challenging, but it's in a bad way. So yeah, let me give my experience on Majora's Mask. So the game, when I first started playing, I played it like a couple days ago, just to myself, like off stream. And when I started, it felt like they kind of just put you smack dab into into a game where you have to kind of solve things by talking to NPCs and just looking around and just adventuring. Just really just you're not really being hand fed where to go. You just have to actually take the time to look around and figure it out, or just adventure out. And yeah, it just felt like a true adventure game. Really. It was difficult, but in a really fascinating way, where you actually have to have critical thinking skills and reading skills, which is rare nowadays. It really is. Most games, they just kind of just hand you the answer. And, I'm also guilty of this when I play games, because I be playing these games, these modern games, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I get really angry when the game doesn't tell me where to go nowadays. I've noticed that. I feel like upset. It's like, man, where the heck do I go? I feel like I feel lost, but I think I really should stop feeling that way, because now I really cherish Majora's Mask even more, because I'm playing it again. I cherish it so much. It's so good. It's so good. The game is not really difficult in terms of combat, but in terms of puzzles and in terms of just trying to find out where to go, this game is top tier. Feels like I'm just like kind of going through like a maze. I gotta like figure out things by just talking to NPCs. That is fun to do. You don't see that nowadays. Maybe a few games, but most games, no, you don't. It's mostly just, oh, you just go through this linear progression and that's it. So yeah, my take on Majora's Mask, the game is fantastic. I see why it's a top tier game and why people keep talking about this game even till this day. It's really good. I'm surprised people don't speedrun that game as much. There are people who do, but man, I'm surprised at how not so famous it is. Like how Super Mario 64 is. That game's goated, by the way, obviously. It's a top tier game as well. People speedrun that game like crazy for a good reason. But yeah, I think retro games are just fantastic, and I'm glad they exist. I like to play them every now and then. I was also playing Wario Land 4, another really difficult game. Somehow, as a kid, I beat that game 100%, but now it's like really hard. I'm like halfway done. Playing off stream again. I didn't really play it on stream that much, and it's been a really fun experience with that as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you really like my gaming streams, like if you genuinely like those. I know some people just like me just doing just chatting streams and stuff, or like hypno streams, ASMR streams. But yeah, just let me know in the comments below if you really do love those streams. I'll be glad to do more. And if you just want me to record, just let me know in the comments below as well. Like if you think recording videos is better, and maybe you just enjoy the little let's play videos, you just want to watch me yap and talk during the video, because I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think I talk more when I record than I stream. When I stream, I feel like I don't really have to talk as much, because I had, you know, I'm kind of just doing some gaming and people are just watching and that's it. It doesn't feel like I have to talk, or I feel like I should be talking, because I can just be quiet and it, you know, people just watch anyway. While as I think with recording, I feel compelled to talk. I feel compelled because it feels like I have a buddy with me and we're just kind of like, you know, just there and they're just listening to me talk about the game. So I think that's a little bit different. That's the difference, in my opinion, with live streaming and content creation. Or sorry, with recording and live streaming. But yeah, other than that, greatness is in retro games. Now, let me talk a little bit about modern games. Modern games, I don't know, man. It's like some of them, they just hold your hand too much. You know, there's that. Another thing is difficulty. The difficulty in those games, especially like, you know, like the more like AAA games or games like Bandai Namco games, good freaking lord, I don't like them. I don't hate Bandai Namco like that, but the way they make difficulties is just not good, man. There's obviously some other companies like this too. I just can't think of them off the top of my head, but difficulty wise, they are bad. I don't like bullet sponges. Bullet sponge bosses, no. Maybe bosses that deal more damage as the harder difficulty, I get it. I think Devil May Cry 3 is a good example of a game, a retro game now, that does it right when it comes to difficulty. I think like adding difficulty to a game should be like this. It should be like Devil May Cry 3. And by that I mean, when you go up into a difficulty, like go up, like from hard, you know, normal to hard, hard to whatever, very hard, whatever it may be, I feel like the enemies should be getting, not only should they have more damage against you, not only should they deal more damage, but they should have new moves that you've never seen before. Games like that do that add new moves to a boss at harder difficulties makes the game way more fun, because now you have an incentive to play the harder difficulty. You're like, wow, I want to see that move. I want to, you know, like my friend was probably, you know, maybe one of my friends was like, yo, you got to play hard mode. Yo, it's way different, man. It's not the same as the other mode. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they deal more damage and, you know, maybe they got a little bit more HP, but man, in the harder difficulties, man, they got some new moves too, man. You got to check it out. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll be more compelled to replay the game for that incentive. And that's exactly why I play Devil May Cry 3 so much. I played it a lot. I kid you not. I replayed that game so many times. Dude, I might play it again on stream. You never know. I might actually replay that game. I think, yeah. After I finish Devil May Cry 2, because I have to play that as well. I never beat that game. I'm gonna play Devil May Cry 3 again, because that game is fire. It's actually really good. And I might play more difficulties too. I might play the other difficulties. We'll see, because that game is really good. I really enjoyed that game. It's how you make a game. That's how you make a game difficult, right there. That's the prime example right there. But anyway, modern games, I feel like the whole bullet sponge thing really kills it. They gotta take that out, man. I hate when if you don't know what bullet sponge is, it means they just have overabundance of HP. Just too much hit points every time a difficulty is upped. Examples of this is like the Tales of games. I'm sorry to say, but as much as I love Tales games, whenever I play higher difficulties, all they have is more HP. It's so annoying, because now, yes, they deal more damage, but now they got more HP, and that's it. They have the same moves over and over again. It's the same moves. They just deal more damage, and they're more endurance. It's like an endurance test. That's all it is. You're just dealing with the same thing, though. It's not like they have any new things. You know, that's the problem. Where's the new move? Like, where's new moves? Why is it the same thing? But it's just like, oh, they got more HP. That's it. That's the issue I have with modern games. I hope modern games can change this one day, because I'm getting tired of seeing it, man. I'm getting tired. It literally, like, it makes me want to just play normal mode. That's how, like, if a difficulty, if you upping a difficulty makes you want to play normal, we got a problem. I think the same thing was I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this, but I think Resident Evil Village also had the same problem where, like, if you up the difficulty, the enemies just get harder and they don't really change much. But I don't think that's the case. I think they do change quite a bit. They get more aggressive, for example. So I will say I think Resident Evil does it right with difficulty. I think they do a good job. I don't think they add like new moves like that, but like they do a good job overall. Despite, you know, the same issue with the bullet sponging. But it is what it is. I think they do add a little bit something different to it, at least, to make it like make you want to play it. And also they should have like special game modes. Like I think the game that I really enjoyed was Resident Evil 1. I used to watch Avoiding the Puddle play Resident Evil 1 like all the time. The remake, where he did the invisible mode. That is the coolest mode I've ever seen, where like every enemy is invisible and you got to figure out like where they are, because like if you're used to the game, you just know exactly where they are. And I watched Eris play, and it was like the funnest experience ever. I watched this video multiple times. It's literally like the most coolest playthrough I've ever seen, because like Eris like knew where everything was. It was like freaking awesome. I like the idea of that. I'm not saying every game should do this, but I think that's a really cool special mode that can be applied. I think that's a cool little mode to kind of make you think like, oh, especially if it's like a game like a survival horror, it kind of gives you that incentive to go, man, like where's the enemy? Like especially zombie games like that. I'm not saying every game should do this. Maybe like Silent Hill could do this potentially, and you can just like hear the enemy and use your you know, use your hearing instead of sight, for example. But that would suck for people who are deaf. Then yeah, I don't know what to do then, but maybe just don't play it. But yeah, I just love video games, man. I just wish they would just make them better. That's all. I have more fun with the older games. I don't know why. I'm going to be trying this game called Heaven Dust, by the way. I have Heaven Dust 1 and 2. I'm going to start playing that as well. I might record it, to be honest. I don't know if I want to live stream it. I think I'll just record it for you guys. Maybe I have a better time recording it. Also, I don't, if you guys are still here, if you're still like, you know, at the end, near the end of this video, what do you guys think about me like editing my video? Do you guys want me to edit out the really like, do you want me to edit out parts and just make like highlights of the game, or should I just do the entire game and not edit it, like barely edit it? Should I just keep the whole game in so you guys can see the full experience? Or do you want to just see highlights of the game? Because I did that for that one Kaput Mortem game. I did like just strictly highlights, like just the parts where I, you know, something crazy happened. But if you guys want to see the full experience, let me know in the comments below, and I won't edit it out. I'll just keep the whole game, and then it'll just be a long playthrough of me just yapping or whatever, me just chilling and looking at the game and talking about the game and stuff. Yeah, or critiquing the game. I'm kind of like a critic sometimes when I play games. I'll definitely be talking about it. But yeah, I think that about does it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video about games. And let me know what you guys think about video games nowadays and what you think about games from back in the day. What did you think? I don't know. I'm from the retro era, man. I'm like way back, guys. I'm from way back. First game system I played was a freaking NES. Super Nintendo, NES, PlayStation 1. You know, all that good stuff. Sega Genesis, N64, all the old stuff. Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. That's where I was at. But anyway, guys, see y'all in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe.